Well. Right when we started our journey here at Mango, at 3.8k, 3.6k, we were targeting 10k. They laughed at us. We targeted 13ish k. They laughed at us. Suddenly, those numbers don't seem too far away. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Sean Dexter and I'm back to you here again, finally, with another Bitcoin USD analysis video. We have a lot to talk about today as Bitcoin opened a brand new weekly and sitting at almost 9,300. We'll be talking about potential targets of around 11.5k, but honestly I'm looking at more 12.8k to 13.4k-ish. It's very reasonable and on the table. We'll be talking about that. We'll also be talking about Ethereum briefly, and hey, let's go ahead and do something fun today. I'm going to be talking about this article right over here where this guy, rightfully so, mentions that there will never ever be enough Bitcoin for all of today's existing millionaires to even own just one each. And what are the implications of this? We'll be discussing that today as well. But let's go ahead now and get right back onto the price action here, because Bitcoin is ticking up to 9,300 as we speak. Is it going to happen? There it is, 9,306.8. Now let's go ahead and put on our weekly, because this is really interesting now, right? We've been looking at this primarily because, hey, here at Mango, we keep it simple and we look at the higher time frames. And remember this candle over here, this doji-ish candle here, this indecision candle here, it had us hesitant, it had us doubtful, okay? And we actually even saw the follow through right after, but there was no follow through to the follow through, and this has been happening constantly through all of Bitcoin's bull rally over here, right? Every sell-off did not have follow-through, and I'm talking about on the daily, the 2-day, the 3-day. It was just being reaccumulated and bought right back up, and we've been discussing this now for a while, okay? Let's go on to our daily, and we speculated because, okay, remember this over here. We've been speculating an ascending triangle breaking up to the upside and potentially breaking back down, okay, getting reaccumulated and moving back on and upward. Okay, look at the structure here. Why were we speculating on this? Because it happened right over here, guys. And for weeks I was talking about this, that this could potentially happen. Doesn't mean we played it over here. No, we de-risked because we gotta be safe. We are traders. We don't do oracle nonsense. Even though it panned out just like we thought it would. Just because your read is right on the market doesn't mean you get too cocky. It doesn't mean you get too arrogant. You get back into position as soon as you see that you're right? Wait for confirmation. That's what we did. As soon as we start ticking over 8.1k-ish, we'll get into that in a little bit, but as soon as we start ticking over 8.1k-ish, we start getting back into position, and hey, we're sitting well and pretty right now. But look at this, guys. Let's go ahead and talk about this quickly again. We talked about this for a while. I'll recap though for you guys because I'm so goddamn generous. We had a ascending triangle over here too, broke to the upside, and remember what we were looking for over here? Continuation on to around 6.k-ish. Instead, we dipped right back into the triangle. We started accumulating here. Everybody started shorting here. All the retailers, all the amateurs started shorting here in a reaccumulation zone. The bulls are like, thank you very much, I will take all your liquidity, and they went upward and onward with price. Guess what happened over here, guys? Same goddamn thing. We broke the ascending triangle to the upside. Let's go ahead and see if I have my drawings here. Here, you see this ascending triangle? Broke to the upside, dipped right back in, accumulated, moved on and upward. And now we had an ascending triangle here again being printed. And what happened? We dipped back, like, go ahead and draw this here. See that there, right? Dipped right back into it, reaccumulated, and we're moving onward and upward again. Same thing. And you know what? This time, guys, it was even more bullish. If we go ahead on a 4-hour time frame and look at, we've been drawing bull flag after bull flag, turn on our EMAs, and you'll see that the bulls weren't even able to push price back down below the 4-hour 200 EMA, and this was bullish. The fact that we were reaccumulating on a lower time frame, okay, and then after that you go on over to a 1-hour, we started trending on the 1-hour time frame. Look at the this yellow line over here, guys. That's the 21 EMA. Yeah, took off all the drawing tools to make it easier for you guys. You see it now. The 21 EMA on the 1-hour, we are trending on that. That's how aggressive this move has been, okay? That's how aggressive. And that's how we got back into position, by the way. We've been talking about this in the previous videos. Go ahead and watch my previous videos, because I don't want to go over everything, but look at that. Every break of the 21 EMA got tested on the green 55 and bought right back up, right? This is where we got back into position at 8,060-ish. We got the dip, we bought the dip, and we moved on and upward. We was like, thank you very much. But Was this like some oracle nonsense? No, look at this. Like, I saw that happen over here. We saw this candle over here. That was okay. Wow, that was your first sign. Then we saw it happen over here on this candle where we had the dip, got bought back almost immediately, and look at the volume on that. And then the follow up to the upside. Okay, that was a big clue that, okay, you know what, we're getting reaccumulated on the 4 hour 200 MA. We're getting bought back on the 1 hour. This is getting a little too bullish. The signs are there. Don't be stubborn. Don't wait for that 7.2k. It doesn't seem to be coming. Sean, get your position back. You've been doing well. Don't get stubborn. And boom, we have upward and onward movement. And honestly, last night too, right? Last night I was getting a little doubtful. Am I a human being? Yes, I am. I was getting a little doubtful. Why? Because you see this over here, right? Firstly, we were closing a weekly, right? That was very important, and I wanted to stay confident in my position, and damn, we're ticking up right now as I speak. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Anyways, as we wanted this weekly to close bullish. Well, it was going to close bullish, but I wanted to close over 8,554, and it looked like that was under threat. It looked like that was under attack. Why am I saying that? Because if you go on over to our lower time frames, you'll see that we were actually getting sold into yesterday. We were like dipping. It looked a little droopy, right? And what did this look like to you? This looked like a double top, and honestly, it had. Let's go ahead and clear that out for you guys. You can probably see that right now, right? Here one and here one, right? You guys see those double tops, right? M formation, and M is for murder, like one of my favorite traders always says. Let's go ahead and delete that though quickly. I don't want to keep that there. It gets too messy, man. My charts get too messy. I always draw messy charts these days. Okay, anyways, going back to what I was saying, we have this M over here, and the measured move was pointing towards a break of towards the weekly candle closing pretty bearish, which would have meant, and it did happen, guys, this weekly not the weekly, sorry, the daily. Okay, the daily candle was going to close bearish. You see this candle here that turned into a closed as a pretty bullish shooting star. It would have closed instead as a bearish dojiest candle, and you don't want to see that, especially on a weekly close. But what did we get instead? Because we know, because we are looking at the whole picture here at Mango, because we're looking at all the time frames and such a trending move, we knew that hey, what has been happening? Every time we break the 21, we are getting rebought at the green 55. But what else was lining up for that? We had a measure move of the M formation, right? Let's go ahead and draw that right here. The neckline. It's getting a little messy. Let me clear that out for you. You see your neckline here, right? Let's do the measure move on the break. And what is that pointing to? Boom, around 8,800. But you also had your Ichimokus lining up right there. Break of the Tenkin, get the retest of Tenkin, test the Kijun, bounce, boom. This was actually the play all you need to watch. Honestly, all you need is Ichimokus. If you use Ichimoku, you're golden, and all you need to do was look at that. But you also had a descending triangle, right, form. Let's go ahead and clear this out again. We had a descending triangle form that morphed. Okay, I'll draw that out for you guys. Let's go ahead. So many signs showing pointing towards a bullish move today, guys. And you can watch these and play these well. You just gotta keep your eyes open. And look at the big picture. You see the descending triangle, right? We broke it. We broke this M that was part of the triangle to the downside, met the measured move, right, and came and broke right back into this triangle here. And what did we turn into instead? And people are not gonna like that I'm drawing this way, because they're gonna say, hey Sean, you're cutting triangles, right? But look at that. We did instead turn into a bullish channel, a flag, whatever the hell you want to call it. And we talked about it in the stream today, earlier this morning. And earlier this morning we were only over here, right? We broke to the upside. We actually broke live live on the stream to the upside. And ever since then, we've been respecting this trend line. This is how you know that you're right about your read. You don't need to play this. In fact, we're all in position. We don't need to play this at all. But this is how you know you're right on your read on the market, because this trend line was being respected beautifully. It's perfect, right? And now we're seeing continuation to the upside right now. In fact, what is that measure move? I think the measure move was the test of this. Let's be conservative. The test of the highs somewhere around there. We can take this guy here instead, right? And then we take a break. Yeah, 9,400ish. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so that's what we're looking for today. And in fact, you know what, if we close the 12-hour like we are anywhere right now, we're closing the 12-hour in around 45 minutes. I'm gonna get bullish on this position. In fact, I was a bit hesitant on this, because if we had closed the 12-hour underneath 9,100, I would have not felt as strongly about this move continuing almost immediately. It would not mean that it was bearish, but I would have looked for either some consolidation, sideways move, or maybe a down down movement and fill in that goddamn CME gap that everybody's talking about. Jesus, guys. Yeah. We'll talk about the CME gap in a bit, but for now, what are we looking at over here, right? What are we looking at over here? Okay, let's go back to our 4. Okay, okay, we have a bull flag over here. Okay, we have a bull flag over here. We had this rising wedge that broke to the upside. We had another flag-like formation here. All the pieces are being put together for what? Look at your rounding formation over here. Look at the volume profile. A spike in the volume here, a spike in the volume here, and this rounding volume profile over here in the middle. What is this? What is this, guys? What is this? It's a potential cup and handle that seems to be breaking to the upside right now. And what's the measure move for that? The measure move for that is, let's go ahead and look at that. Let's go ahead and look at that. See, around 10,000. Okay, this I did the measure move crudely, right? So let's say 10,500. Anyway, 10,400, 10,400-ish. 10,400 to 10,500-ish. Damn, I need a sip of water. Hold up, give me a sec. Okay, there we go. So if we meet this measure move, and there are other things pointing to this measure move, by the way, too, guys, let's go ahead and look at the daily. We have an ascending triangle. I don't want to go over this entirely. People are calling this an ascending triangle, but I disagree. It's not an ascending triangle. In fact, I think you could look at it as an ascending triangle, but you had an earlier entry if you just spotted what we were really doing. And in my opinion, we were putting in a symmetrical triangle. In fact, I was calling this an ascending triangle way before it even was an ascending triangle, right? Like, we were speculating on this turning into an ascending triangle. But what do we do instead, right? You look at this high over here, and you look at this high over here. You'll see that let's draw that out. We go candle close to candle close, right? So candle close to candle close, and what do we have here? This was the golden opportunity for anybody who missed their entry, right? We have a symmetrical triangle that broke to the upside over here, and then you got your retest, perfect retest of this, and bounced and went onward and upward. And you see, let's go ahead and do a measured move. What do you get? This is a little too conservative in my opinion. Let's go somewhere here, right? What do you get? 10,200-ish. Now we have 10,200-ish on the symmetrical triangle. If you are looking at this as an ascending triangle, you'll be looking at this high over here, this 8,810, and there we're pointing at 10,430. So the symmetrical triangle, 10,200, the ascending triangle, 10,430, and the cup and handle, 10,500-ish. Everything pointing to those numbers. Now the thing is, if we close the weekly over those numbers, okay, we don't have to, but if you close the weekly over those numbers, it's going to be a confirmed kill of the weekly highs that everybody's targeting at 9,600-ish. That's overhead. That's only around 3 to 2% away, guys. That's not far away at all. Okay, if we close the weekly there and turn this into support, that's gonna mean that we are targeting around the next levels around 11.5k and 13. I have targets around 12.8k-ish to 13.4k-ish. I'm not going to go over it in today's video. I'll go over it in tomorrow's video specifically, because there's a little bit more to talk about over there. But stay tuned for tomorrow's video. But those are numbers we're looking at, okay? So keep an eye on that. This is looking a lot more stronger now towards the end of the day than it was looking like earlier this morning, by the way. This morning we did do a stream. There's more for private stream. I will be doing a more like public stream on the, I'll be posting the link on Mango Telegram, so stay tuned for that, guys. I hope you guys join me on that. It will be fun, be something new that we're doing. Okay, so look at this now. Could we be forming a huge cup and handle over here? I don't even know. Like, again, I'm not a pattern expert. I've been studying them. I've been playing them. I'm not playing them. I've been like watching them and using them to boost what I already use, right? Boost my confidence in my trades. And so far, they've been playing out pretty well. Certain patterns work out more often than others, and you got to keep track of those. Okay, so now remember, let's go back to the monthly. Let's go back to the goddamn monthly, because we started this at Mango with the monthly and we'll finish with the monthly. The monthly has been where everything has the story has been told on the monthly. And look at this, guys. We've been making highs on the monthly. Look at this candle here. This monthly candle closer here. This is going to be a bullish hammer candle, whatever the hell you want to call it. Again, doesn't matter. The psychology is what matters. Bears try to push the price down. What instead of happening? Got pushed the F back up, and it's going to close if we close anywhere about 9433-ish without the bears being able to even have a wick on the candle. That's going to be extremely bullish. If we close above 9,225, extremely bullish. And suddenly the higher numbers, that, by the way, that's why we were targeting 13.8k-ish, by the way, because we're looking at the monthly candles. over here at Mango. And I've always been saying, okay, there's no reason to get stuck up at the low time frames unless you're really trying to like optimize your trading. And yeah, many of us do that, but you can keep your life simple. You can keep your life really simple. And I know a lot of you guys want to keep it simple by just looking at the high time frames. You look at the weekly and the monthly, and you can just play that. All you have to do was play that, and don't over leverage. Position properly, position so that you can sit through the volatility. And look at the move you're getting, guys. Over here, we called it at around 3.6k ish, okay? And it's already been 150% move, okay? That's all you have to do. You caught that move. You should have caught that move. Now, are we going to stop here? Likely not. I think we are going to see continuation. Are we going to have a pullback? Of course, we're going to have a goddamn pullback, man. Look at this. We've not even put in a higher low yet, okay? We've not even put that in yet. We're probably going to do something like, you know, something like this and then go up. When is this going to happen? Who knows? The point is, if you're expecting a straight ride up, good, it could happen. Who knows? It doesn't need to not be the case. So what just happened? That's like I'm trying to delete my squiggly line. Okay, that's gone. Okay, so we could keep going. In fact, right now, I would say that there's a strong case that we see continuation to the upside. There will be a pullback eventually. When is that going to happen? You don't ever know, man. Like, this is going to take some time. It's going to take some time. Like, in fact, Bitcoin has a reputation of just going straight up without putting, you have this here, you have this here, okay. But it could be like you could see 3 months of just straight up. We've already seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn, this is strong. This is really strong. Anyways, is it unreasonable for us to see 13k anymore? No, it's not. Nobody would actually bet against that now, right? But at 3.6k, a lot of people were betting against that and betting against me on that. Now, not so much. Now, the thing is, we always play the probability of things happening, and people ask me, Sean, what are unreasonable numbers for Bitcoin? And is it unreasonable for Bitcoin to hit 20k again? No, it's not unreasonable. Is it unreasonable for Bitcoin to even hit 150k? No, it's not unreasonable. Is it likely that it happens right now? No, I don't think it's going to happen right now. It's not going to happen in a couple of months either. But in this cycle or the next cycle, can 150k hit? Can we hit 300? Can we even hit 1 million per Bitcoin? Remember what kind of asset we're dealing with. When you think 3k to 13k ish is not possible within a year, and it happens within a few freaking months, you need to really reassess, or just come to just stand back and be like, okay, you know what, this is different. We can see crazy things in Bitcoin. And let's not forget what we've done in the past, okay? 230 to 20,000, okay, in a span of what, 761 days. So is it unreasonable that we see 300,000 with Bitcoin? That brings me to little bit these little things like this article right here that I find really interesting. And I know we can talk about this through a tone that is a lot more fun, but there's truth behind this. This guy says there will never be enough Bitcoin for all of today's existing millionaires to even own just one each. Think about that, guys. Okay, there are not enough Bitcoin for all the millionaires in this world to own one each. Why is that? Because there'll only be a maximum of 21 million Bitcoin ever. Now, for those of you who don't know why, we have to go into the fundamentals of that. For that, go ahead and check out my website, mangoresearch.co, where I write about fundamentals primarily. Okay, go ahead and check that out. Put links underneath. But there will never be more than 21 million Bitcoins in the future, ever. Okay, in fact, there's going to be less if we take into consideration the lost Bitcoin. We'll talk about that in a bit. Now, this article over here says there's only around 42 million millionaires worldwide, okay? Or there are no more than 42 million millionaires worldwide, and there's only 21 million Bitcoin. And now the thing is that millionaires, especially multi-millionaires, like having things that are rare. They like having things that you could call collectible items, okay? And in my opinion, Bitcoin is in that phase right now. It is in the collectible item phase right now. Everybody likes to compare Bitcoin to gold, okay, as a store of value, as a medium of exchange. Yes, they're right in comparing Bitcoin to gold, but Bitcoin is in such an early stage right now, that it's not even reached that store of value yet, in my opinion. It's more in the collectible phase of its growth stage, in my opinion. Remember, gold started off as a collectible. It then moved on to a store of value, and then it moved on to a medium of exchange and has gotten to where it is today in the world, right? Bitcoin is so goddamn early that it's, in my opinion, still in the collectible phase. And when you have millionaires around the world thinking, you know what, I want a piece of this action. I'm seeing Bitcoin sitting at 10,000, 20,000. I just want a bit of it. When millionaires around the world start wanting a Bitcoin, they're willing to pay whatever. Just to buy one Bitcoin, they're willing to pay whatever. Is it unreasonable for them to say, you know what, a multi-millionaire, billionaire maybe wanting to pay 1 million per Bitcoin? Is it unreasonable? Who knows? Will he be willing to pay 250,000? Who knows? Prices get benchmarked at around 1,000 per Bitcoin. We thought this was freaking unreasonable, right? We thought this was unreasonable, and what do you know? We dipped all the way down to 250, thought it was going to go to 0, and went up to 20,000. Now, when we were sitting at 3,000, everybody was like, no, you know what? I'm going to wait for 1K, and that's going to be the buy of the year. That's going to be the buy of a lifetime. I'm going to load the shit up over there. What if we're sitting at 200,000 one day, right? This is very plausible. We're going to be sitting at 150 or 200,000, and 20K is going to be the new buy zone. 20K is going to be the new buy zone, and we may not even get there again. We may just drop down to something like 30,000, 50,000, and keep going up. It's all speculation, but I'm just saying it's not unreasonable. Think about it, okay? We are so early in Bitcoin that we can talk about this article now. If you hold even 0.28 BTC, you're part of the 1%. Okay, you can be part of the 1% where you can be sure that no more than 1% of the world will ever own more Bitcoin than you. Even if you own 0.28 BTC, because there are only 21 million, there will never be more than 21 million. And with that said, in fact, we take into consideration the lost Bitcoin, okay, the lost Bitcoin in the world. The study by Chain Analysis actually says that around 3.79 million to 4 million Bitcoin that are already lost for good. Okay, those addresses have Bitcoin where the private keys are lost and people cannot access them. Now again, is this for sure? I don't know. Like, I would trust their analysis because these guys are pretty good. If there are 4 million Bitcoin lost, that means there will only be around 17 million Bitcoin in the world. That makes this case even more bullish. Okay, if people around the world need only 0.28 BTC to be part of the 1%, and millionaires and billionaires can't, if they don't have Bitcoin already, it's going to be very hard for them to own more than 1 million if they don't start accumulating. And if they start accumulating at these prices, okay, and you know, we have all these hedge fund dudes, like I don't want to take names now, but they're using all of these stats and metrics to lure in these billionaires and millionaires and angel investors to just drop a little bit of their portfolios onto Bitcoin. They are telling these guys, hey man, you'd be a fool to not put 5% of your portfolio, at least 5% of your portfolio, into Bitcoin. Imagine if all of them start doing that. We haven't seen anything yet, guys. We haven't seen anything yet. Is it too early to be talking about all of these things? Yes, it is too early. In fact, as traders, you shouldn't even be talking about this. I'm talking about this through an investment perspective. I'm talking about this in a perspective where we are very, very early in this market. You need to understand that these people like talking about tulip bubble, the South Sea bubble, or the tech bubble, the .com bubble. Yeah, Bitcoin had bubbles, right? We had a bubble. Dipped, got right back, bought right back up. Had a bubble, dipped, got bought right back up. This is different. I know it's cliche when you say this time it's different. Well, this time we are going through a financial revolution, the likes of which has never been seen in like 400, 500, maybe more. So if you dive deep into it, you will see that we are doing something in monetary history that is very, very special. Can we go through all of that in today's video? No, I think I've already talked about that, talked enough today. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. Like, I don't want to go off on a tangent, but you look at could this be a huge cup and handle right here? Could it? I don't know. But anyways, Bitcoin is ticking up as we speak, back up again. Wow, Bitcoin's actually ticking up like freaking $30 per tick now. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it was a bit different. I may do these kind of videos more often. Fundamentals is my bread and butter, so I will like to talk about fundamentals more. If you guys do like these kind of videos, let me know in the comments below. Throw a like, throw a subscribe, and hey, I hope to see you in the stream that we will possibly be doing later today in the evening, probably night to my time. So I'll see you guys later.